everyone, and welcome to this new series, Mother Healing. So I'm really excited to start this today. This is going to be a series that's probably going to last a month or two. We're going to see how we go. They have guided me, Mother Mary especially, how to really, create this series and what this series will do. And this series is really going to help anyone who is dealing with something connected with trauma or drama or chaos or grief or pain around childhood, around the connection you have with your mum, around pain connected with things within that you need to heal. So this series is going to do so much for you. It's going to do so much for me. So this series is really for all of us because we all have a birth mother. We all have one. We all come into the world through a birth mother. Now, for some of you, those connections are going to be good. Some of the connections are going to be bad. So for some of us, we still have our mother. For some of us, our mother may have passed over. Or for some of us, we may have lost our mum at, early stages of our life. And someone else may have played that role in our life. But this is ultimately to heal the connection between you and your birth mother. And this is also going to bring power into your twin flame journey. It's going to help your divine masculine to heal too, because you are one. And they're going to feel the healing inside of you, and that's going to bring in power. And if you're a masculine watching this is going to help you too. But this series is for everyone. So it's not just for twin flames, it's for everyone. So the angels are going to give you very clear messages that will relate with your journey. So the way I'm going to do this series, we've got a book here. Now this is my journal. Now I've got this specifically for this series. And, in the Divine Feminine reading today, as I record this in real time, the 1st of September, if you're watching this video today, and you may have watched the Divine Feminine message, I spoke about gratitude and being grateful and talking about it with your angels and your higher self and yourself. So this morning, my first thing in this journal was I wrote down 10 things to be grateful for. I wrote down things in my life that I'm grateful for. And I really started feeling better after doing that too. So this is going to be a gratitude journal as well as the journal for the Mother Healing series. So if you haven't yet got a journal, make sure you get one. And it can be one you already have or one you buy specifically for this too. I got this because it's got gorgeous sunshine on there. And, my guardian angel is called Sunshine. And as a Divine Feminine, we shine like the sun. So this is also bringing power, and when I look at it, it's very visual to me. The cards we're going to use in this series, we're going to use the Mary, Queen of Angels. Now, this is Mother Mary, and this is a Doreen Virtue deck, but it's so powerful. It's very, very beautiful. And, the messages in here are timeless. So we're going to bring in a message for the day, and the message will resonate with what we're talking about, and it will be a bit of extra guidance for each day from Mother Mary. And I will be shuffling this deck as we go. They're also guiding me to use another deck. Now, I've searched high and low to find out what this deck is called. Can't find it out. I usually, when I throw the box away, if I do throw the box away with these type of cards, get a piece of paper and write what the deck is, but I can't find the piece of paper. So if anyone does know what this deck is called, please let me know so I can add it to the description box, and I'll carry on looking. But what I'm going to do with these cards, these are, very playful, kind of, inner child type cards that we're going to use. So what I'm going to do with these, I've got the whole deck here, okay, and I'll show you so you know what the cards look like. That's just one of the cards, listen. I've got a bag down here. This is my Guided by Angels bag, and actually my mum had this made for me way before she died. So I'm going to put these cards in here. And what I'm going to do, I've already shuffled them. I'm going to pick a card every day, okay? And I should think there's probably, 44 cards maybe in there. I haven't added them up. So we know that this series is going to last a bit longer than a month. Now, I am aiming to do a video a day apart from on a Sunday, because on Sunday I do so many videos. Don't want to overwhelm everyone with, doing the homework. Or, if I don't post on a particular day, say I post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I miss a day, don't think there's anything wrong. It's just maybe the angels saying, no, people need time to catch up, to connect with the mom and feel the energy to do the exercises, because we've all got busy lives. And the fact that you're taking time out of your day, not only to watch all the videos on the channel anyway, or whatever you're guided to, but to be part of this interactive series, it means more than you know. So I'm not going to bombard you with information, do it at your own pace. And I'm going to leave out the day 1, day 2. I was going to put day 1, day 2 on this series, but I don't feel I need to do that either, because you may not do this in order. You may be guided to another. Say if I put 5 videos out, you may be guided to video 5 before you watch the others. But you're still going to get the benefits. It will be beneficial no matter what order you do this in. I'm also going to bring in the messages of grace. These are 111 notes of love and guidance from your angels by Anna Grace Taylor. Now, I'm not going to use this all the time. I'm just going to do a message at the beginning. So I'm going to use it today. I may use it as we go through, I'm going to see, but they're guiding me to do it today. And then the big part of the series is about the messages connected with your mother. Now, to do this, I kind of meditated for about 10 minutes and I put myself into a very calm energy to receive the messages. I channeled the energy of the female archangels, Archangel Jophiel, the beauty angel, Archangel Honiel, the angel of peace, Archangel Ariel, the angel of stability, very powerful angel, and Archangel Gabriel in a feminine energy. Okay, because Gabriel can be both come through as a man or a woman energy. Obviously the angels aren't, a specific sex, even though they come through as very dominant sometimes, like Michael is very masculine. Jophiel is very feminine, very beautiful. So in this respect, feminine energy around Gabriel. So Gabriel coming into, obviously Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and my mum too, and Archangel Azrael to connect with the power, because some of you are going to have, a connection with your mother in the earthly realm. She's still here, living right now. Some of you are going to have a relationship with your mother in a spiritual realm. May have passed over, like my mum's in spirit right now. So, and that may have happened a long time ago. It may have happened recently. My mum passed away last year. Some of you, if you are in a relationship with your mum in the earth plane now, as I said, you may have a very good relationship. You may have a relationship that's quite, in turmoil, or you may have no relationship at all. And even if you have no relationship at all, there's still going to be a lot of healing coming in. Even if you don't really think about it one way or the other, because maybe someone else brought you up, your mother still gave birth to you. And for whatever reason, okay, the journey of you two together came to an end. So this is going to heal so many things. And, our mother comes into our life in whatever way for a reason. And before you're born, you are souls, you decide to come into this earthly body born through your mum. And your mum loves you, whether you have a relationship with her or you don't. And if you think, well, how can my mum love me? She left me. She taught you things about yourself through doing that act. You may see that as a selfish act, but in spiritual truth, it's a selfless act, because the people that hurt us the most love us the most to be able to provide those lessons. So when we see it from a higher point of view, it all makes sense. So I sat down with the angels and channeled the energy. And what that actually consisted of, I've got a little bag here, look at this, believe in the journey, which is what we're doing. And I channel questions from your mum. Okay, our mum, the mother energy. Questions your mum may want to ask you, wishes she could ask you. And you're going to get to know her again. So what I did was, as you can see, I've got many crumpled up pieces of paper. I don't even know how many messages there are. They just kept coming to me until the messages stopped. So we're going to pick one every day. So this is going to be a series that may last until the end of the year. We're just going to see how we go, because it's going to bring in so much healing ready for the new year. And someone asked me if I could do a father healing. Well, I'm not being guided to do that right now. Okay, maybe in the future. The mother healing is about the womb, and it's also the connection as a mother, as an empress, because we are, you are more than likely watching this, a divine feminine. You are also the divine empress, which means you have mother energy in you. You're very giving, loving, kind, gentle. You care about others. You may be giving in service right now. You may have your own children. So this is also going to heal all those aspects too, to help you to be a more giving person, to operate more in your divine feminine giving energy, to be there more for your children, to understand their journey more. So it's going to help you in so many ways. It's going to heal inner wounds from childhood, maybe even past lives. It's going to get you ready to embrace the type of life you want to live with your twin flame and in your general life too. So I'm going to be doing this series too. I'm going to be writing down my experiences and talking to my mum too. My mum has really inspired this too. So there's a lot of power. So let's get on with it then, shall we? And I'm so grateful for all of you for being here. So take your time, breathe. If tears come up, allow them to. If you have to pause the video, that's fine. As I'm raising my vibration to start this, I really feel my mum around me and I feel the angels protecting me. So you may feel woozy as the energy comes in because, if your mum's passed over, you're going to be connecting with spirit energy. So if you feel woozy or nauseous or disorientated, it's okay. After you've done the series, maybe have a little piece of chocolate or some sugary tea or, a piece of fruit, whatever you have to give you a bit of an energy boost. Okay, because sometimes we can feel, a bit drained and death-like when we're dealing with the spirit realm. So we have to shield ourselves. And especially if, you're dealing with trauma, if this brings up pain. And, it's going to bring up pain for us all because we're all dealing with things connected with our mum. I love my mum. I'm glad she's transitioned because she's happy there. She's more at peace, but I miss her with all of my being. But she lives in me, So it's about knowing that. So this is going to be about really getting to know your mum again and telling her things about you that maybe nobody else knows and really getting that bond. So your mum can become your best friend, even though she may not be physically around you. And if you already have a good relationship, it's going to get better. If you have a bad relationship, it's going to improve. And even if you have no contact at all, you may find them coming forward. So there's going to be a lot of changes through this series. So let's do this then. And remember, if you are a man or a woman, it makes no difference. If you've tapped in with this series, it's going to help you in some way. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay to feel. So we're going to start with picking a question. I have no idea what they are, where they are. Okay. And we're going to do a card. Actually, we've got the cards here, haven't we? Don't want to forget these cards. We're going to do a card. Can we have a card, please, angels, that may resonate with this message? Thank you. And we're going to do a message from Mother Mary too. Wow. Amazing. Jumped out. So powerful. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put these to one side in that bag so I know what I'm doing for tomorrow because I'm excited about this. So before we start, I'm going to do a message of grace, okay? To really ground us all and get us in the mood and the energy and, to get us ready. So thank you, angels. What do we all need to know today for mother healing? Wow. So first of all, this is what it is. So it's not that page, okay? It's this page. It says your thoughts. Clear mind. Time for a new page. It's a fresh month, so it's time to wipe the slate clean. What the angels are saying here is all of the thoughts you've had, or all the things you think about your mother, or the relationship between you and your mum, let all of that just go away a moment. Okay, so all the pain, any heartache, any grief, anger, frustration, anything that's been happening, try and clear that out of your mind for a moment. It doesn't mean you forget what's gone on or what's happened. It just means you are starting this series with a clean slate. So you're not allowing things to cloud anything that's going on. You're going to do this from your higher self. So thank you, angels, for helping all of us to see this situation with love, to tune in with this energy from a higher place, and to focus on healing and peace, because that's what matters the most. So first of all, the way you think about your mother right now, and the way that you are within your connection with your mother right now, may change from this moment and the way you feel at the end of this series. If your mum said to you right now, what what would you want to tell me? What do you want to say to me? It may be very different now compared to the end of the series because of all the healing that's going to come in. And, with your mum, what do you want to say right now? For some of you, it may remain the same throughout the series. So what do you want to say to your mum right now? Take a moment to process your thoughts about that. Maybe stop or pause the video and just sit with those thoughts. If your mum was sitting in front of you right now, what would you say? Okay, it may be thank you, just a couple of words, thank you. It may be I love you. It may be you hurt me. It may be why. There's many, many things. So think about that for a moment and then allow those feelings to flow through you and, feel those emotions. Allow whatever feelings to come up. Breathe in, breathe out, and allow the energy to flow around you. So really right now your mum is with you, okay? Whether she's passed in spirit or she's around you in the physical, it's like she's with you right now. Her energy is by your side. It's like she's sitting in front of you. And that's how I want you to imagine in this series that she is with you, sitting in front of you, talking to you. So the question she's asking you today: what do you think others struggle with about you and why? It's about their own self-issues, right? So your mum has given you a little bit of wisdom there. So what do you think? And this is about the ego. Our ego is about our thoughts, the things we think. It isn't about what you feel, okay? What do you think others struggle with about you and why? So do you trigger people? If you think you trigger your twin, or you think that others struggle with you in some way, it could be other family members, it could be the struggle with your mum herself, but she wants to bring in a healing here for your life so you don't take things personally and you realise that other people are dealing with their own stuff. They're dealing with their own issues and their own self, and that can affect the way they handle a situation or deal with you, so they can reflect things, you reflect things to them for healing and you awaken them to their healing, but it's a reflection of them, not you. So in other words, if someone's saying to you, you're doing it wrong, or, that doesn't resonate, or whatever they're saying to you, that's to do with them, not you. And that's up to them to open up their eyes at the right time to heal, to see. You being you is the right thing to do. So your mum's saying to you, it's about their own self and their own issues, right? So she's saying it's okay. There's nothing to fear. So sit today. We're going to do the other messages, and I'm surprised, as well, that this has come up first because there's so many other messages in that bag, but your mum is saying, okay, this is what we need to deal with today. So if you're struggling with what people think about you, or how others see you, or, something they may have said about you, this needs to be healed and addressed today. So write in your book, write the question, what do you think others struggle with about you and why? Write them down. And then when you've got the points down, whatever they may be, maybe that you feel that you're too forceful, or, you pressure things, or, whatever it is, maybe it's something someone said to you. Ask yourself why those things are affecting you. Because remember, that's about them and not you. So look at it from the eyes of love. So Mother Mary's guidance about this is prayer. It says, instead of worrying, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions. So real solutions come when we ask for help. And prayer is asking for help. It's a gift that we are given by God. So if you've got time to worry, you've got time to pray. So right now, you may be struggling with this situation, what other people think about you. Maybe you don't care what other people think about you. But doing this exercise will help you to really understand what's going on inside. And then we can pray and ask for help. So give this situation to heaven. So this is going to bring in a healing. So you're being reminded that when we pray, we receive. So maybe you've been asking for some kind of healing within your connection with your mum, or in your relationship with your twin, or with your boss, or your colleagues, or your friends, or family. And this is all part of the solution. So prayer heals. So the message is, we've got say you're sorry. Wow. So this is about apology. Now, I love this because you can see you've got a cat and a dog, and they seem to be opposite, but opposites attract. So what I'm feeling, before I even read what's on the back of this card here, I'm feeling that when you release the things that you think others struggle with about you, it's going to bring in a perfect resolution. There's going to be a healing. You may even find that these people apologize to you for the things they've said or done, because they then realize through the healing work you were doing on the spiritual realm, which brings power into the physical realm, that it was about them and not you. So they may even come forth and apologize and say sorry to you for making you feel bad about things you're doing. So I feel this is also a big message, that doing this exercise is going to lead to some form of apology and also help with forgiveness. So prayer works. If you've been thinking, I wish my twin would contact me and apologise, or I wish that we could just say sorry to each other, or I wish that everything could be forgiven. Maybe you're thinking about your mum. Maybe you're thinking, what does your mum struggle with about you and why? Okay, so breathe and tune in with the message, how it sits with you today. It says, are you carrying around regret? Is there a relationship that needs healing, but you just don't know what to say? Give your pride a rest and simply start with, I'm sorry. Maybe those are the words today you would say to your mum. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there enough. I'm sorry I didn't tell you I loved you enough. I'm sorry for the way things turned out between us. I'm sorry we didn't have more time. I'm sorry you didn't get to know me as I am now. I'm sorry. Give your pride a rest and start with, I'm sorry. So that means move out all the pain and the ego and everything else and say sorry. It doesn't mean you have to ring that person up or go and visit the grave, or it just means right now, you and your mum, I'm looking at you in this camera. It's like we're in the same room having a talk. So it's the same thing with your mum. Close your eyes. She's right in front of you. You're having a talk. Say sorry. Take responsibility and acknowledge your role in the situation. So remember, it's nobody else's fault. Okay? Remember, it's how we feel that makes it good or bad. So it's perception. And that means it can be healed today. So take responsibility and acknowledge your role in this situation. Apologise for them and for you. Let it go and be very proud of yourself. Making amends isn't easy, but it's a huge leap forward on your spiritual path. Bravo. So the angel's saying, well done. Maybe at the end of this exercise today, when you've done your homework and written down in your journal, what you think people struggle with about you and why, you may even want to apologise to someone yourself. Maybe you want to reach out to your mum if she's physically alive and say sorry, or I love you, or thank you. But whatever you're guided to do, this is going to heal that. So prayer works, asking for help. Many of you have been asking for a resolution connected with something going on in your life, and this is going to bring that about. So the first exercise is to clear your thoughts. To clear your thoughts and think, what if my mum was here in front of me right now, what would I want to say? And then allow yourself to feel whatever comes up. And then think, what do I think others think about me? What others struggle with about me? Why? Why am I letting that to allow it to affect me? How does it affect me? And then realise that those things are about their own self and their own issues, and everything is actually okay and right. And then maybe look in the mirror, apologise to yourself first, and then apologise to your mum or to whomever you need to apologise in spiritual truth. So you may not want to reach out. I'm not saying you should reach out to your mum or you should reach out to your twin flame or any of those things. Do what you feel guided to do. Okay? Write your apology in your book to whomever you want to apologise to, but clear your thoughts. So very powerful start to this series today. The angels are with you constantly. Mary Magdalene is helping you to forgive, because we don't need that apology. All we need to do is give it to ourselves, to know that your mum is sorry for the things that have happened, the way things have turned out. And I feel you may need to say sorry inside for the things that you may feel that you may have done wrong or, not done enough. And, that resonates with me. When my mum passed away, there was many things going around in my head for weeks. If only I'd done this, if only I'd have said that. But it doesn't change anything. Okay, it can't be changed, but it can be accepted. And acceptance is the key, because then we forgive ourselves for things and we realise that everything was as it was meant to be in that way for growth and healing and learning. And we always have the power to, in a way, go back in our energetic time machine and heal things now. So heal things today. Say sorry to yourself, sorry in your mind to anyone who you may need to say sorry to. Allow an apology in from them too. Sit with the energy and feel at peace. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.